Jaylen Brown getting ejected out of the Spurs Celtics game to me really marred what could have been a great game. Granted, the game was competitive after he got ejected, but you knew the Spurs were going to beat the Celtics, that they would eventually prevail and get a few stops, hit a few key shots, and pull away, which is what happened in the third quarter when the Spurs were able to just pull away and get the win rather easily, I would say. So I definitely felt it ruined the game, but I also felt that Jaylen Brown deserved it, that he was acting like a complete fool out there when he got ejected. If you watch the replay about when it happened, you'll see that Stephon Castle was guarding him and he makes a little contact with Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown then flops aggressively out of bounds, and it's ruled as a turnover by the refs. He gets angry, starts screaming that it should have been a foul on Castle and that he should still have the ball. And then the ref gives him a technical after all the yelling he does. And he deserved the first technical. He really did. The ref, I thought, was trying not to give him a technical and then just had no choice to tee him up because he wouldn't shut up. Then after that, he goes super crazy. He runs towards the ref and starts yelling and screaming like a maniac. Then he gets his second technical, which he did deserve, I felt, because you already got the first one. And they gave you a lot of leeway when it came to the first one. After that, you just got to walk away and just let it go. Blow off some steam by walking to your bench instead of just running towards the ref, which was pretty stupid. But I thought it just got even dumber after he gets a second technical when you show the Celtics coaching staff or security team, I don't know who that was, just trying to grab him and get him to walk back to the locker room, that he actually ends up shoving them, which I thought was very immature. I'm like, those are your guys, Jaylen. They have your back. They're trying to look out for your best interests because not only you're going to get ejected, but they're also trying to save you now from possibly doing something stupid you might regret when it comes to dealing with the refs. They want to stop you from getting suspended, but you still overreacted. I thought he showed a lot of immaturity in this situation. He is the leader of this team. He has become the number one guy for the Celtics this year, with Tatum being out for most of the year. Granted, Tatum is back now, but he's not back to 100%. Jaylen Brown, by default, is still the best player on this team. He showed poor leadership skills in this situation. And what I found disturbing was the Celtics were actually up 51-49 when he got ejected. I found it disturbing because they were up and he still decided to get ejected despite playing well in the amount of time he played. In 15 minutes, he had 8 points on 50% shooting. He had 7 assists. He had 1 steal. He was playing a very good game. He hit some difficult shots on Victor when he was guarded by Victor. He had a layup on him, and he hit a fadeaway jump shot on him. To me, I felt he was getting into his rhythm, and he was going to have a great game, which I actually wanted to see him play the full game. Unfortunately, he threw himself out of the game, but I think if you're a Celtics fan, it has to be disturbing because he had a good game, and he still found a way to get rattled. There is no excuses for him losing his mind, losing his cool in the situation. Your team is up. You're playing a good game. Why are you stupid enough to get thrown out of the game? That, to me, shows just a lack of composure. It shows he's very fragile, that mentally he's not tough enough. I know some people will scream he won a championship, but still, this guy is very fragile. You could be a champion, still have a lot of fragility mentally. Look at Klay Thompson. The guy clearly is a basket case, and I throw Jaylen Brown now in that category for losing his mind in a situation. He should have been able to keep his composure. Even if you feel the refs blew that call, fine, get the technical, but keep yourself in the game. There's still a full game to be played. Well, at least another half of basketball to be played. But instead, you harmed your team because of your ego. You're selfish. You think you deserve more respect than you actually deserve. That's really the thing about Jaylen Brown. This was an ego thing. And keep in mind, a few months ago, he complained about the Spurs defense in a loss he had suffered in Boston, and saying that they get away with hacking and fouling And then he followed it up by saying some choice words about the Spurs on Twitter, in which he hinted about how he truly felt about them. And I'm just gonna read the tweet. He said, "This the shit I be talking about," which is what he was referring to a month or two ago when he lost to the Spurs, about how he claims that their defense is played mainly by fouling. And I just thought that shows just a lack of character by this guy. He makes excuses for no reason, and I don't respect him. And I think Celtic fans should be disappointed in what he did in this game. He showed not to be a great leader, not to be the guy. I know I may be making a big deal out of it. It's only one game, but this is something you should be concerned about because he could lose his mind in the playoffs over something stupid like this. It's a possibility. This guy is nuts. His ego is way too big, and he needs to be humbled. I don't have anything else to say about this dumb basket case.